Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, which, if you guys haven't noticed, this is my second channel, so everything we do is a little bit different. But as some of you guys know, I picked up a Tesla Model 3 about a month ago, and I love the car. It's honestly my favorite car I have ever driven, and I say that with a Lotus Exige S240 that's just right off of the camera screen here, but I prefer the Tesla. I do. There's something about it. It's quick. The torque is just, it's there. It's instantaneous. It's a great car. I love it. And now I see it. I feel like I've seen the light now, and I am a huge Tesla fan, and I can't ever go back to driving a car where you have to turn on an engine. That seems like going back in time. So anyway, I love the car, but the only thing, my only criticism with this car is that it doesn't look that cool. It just doesn't have it to it. It's just not a very sexy looking car, and I'll admit it, because I love the car otherwise, but the styling is, it's just a little too soft, if that makes sense. Now, the Model S, in my opinion, is a beautifully designed car. I think that looks sporty, it looks sophisticated, it's got a very mature presence to it. The Model X, it seems a little bit like a soccer mom car. I love the Falcon doors, which more than make up for it. But the Model 3 just, they didn't go all the way with the Model 3. Now, my reasoning for this is that they didn't want a car that's better designed than the Model S that cost twice as much, so they didn't want to take sales away from that. They wanted to make it okay, but not too good that everyone else would want to go to it, which makes sense. So with that said, I felt like I had to do something to make my Tesla stand out a little bit more, maybe make it a little bit more aggressive. And this is where the wrap comes in. So I've known Blake, who's been a friend since high school. So I've known him for a very long time, and he's been wrapping cars basically since high school. And his place is called the Wrap District LA. So when I got the Tesla, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna take the car to him and we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the wrap. And after talking with a few friends, I kind of figured like a dark color would kind of make it look a little bit more stealth, a little bit sportier looking. And so we decided on a satin black with a gloss black trim. And then when I went there, Blake suggested, hey, you know what, let's go acid green on the calipers and on the emblems. And I had no idea how this would look. Usually I Photoshop the car ahead of time and I kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. This time I didn't do a single thing, and I just left it up to him, and that is that. But now in addition to that, we also had the problem of the wheels. The wheels, for lack of a better term, they suck. I mean, I get that they're meant for aerodynamics, and the whole point of the wheels is to be as efficient as possible, and I think it's supposed to increase the mileage range by like 5% or something like that, but I just don't like them. It just doesn't do it. It looks, again, it just looks terrible. So what we ended up doing instead, we went from the 18-inch Aero wheels that are on the car, upgraded them to 20-inch black diamond wheels that are gloss black. Now, I originally thought, well, maybe I could just go with the standard 19-inch, you know, Tesla performance wheels or whatever it is, like the turbine wheels or whatever they want to call it. But I felt like that didn't really emphasize the color of the caliper. If I'm spending the money to paint the caliper, I want people to see that I painted the caliper. Otherwise, what's the point? So Black Diamond made these really incredible wheels that I saw online, so I figured, you know what, let's put those on there as well. So right now, I am 30 minutes away from going and picking up the car. And what's even better is that I am getting my dad's reaction on this. Everyone wants my dad to react to things, so how about he react to the wrap? He has no idea that I'm getting the car done. He has no idea. I just told him, hey, you know what, can you come pick me up? And gotta go pick up the car. And I'm gonna tell him just, you know, come in with me. So anyway, this is it. I have not seen the car yet, so you'll see my reaction to it as well. And we'll get to talk to Blake a little bit about how he got started in the wrap business and all this other great stuff. So with that said, enjoy the video.
So are we here to?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh wow, this is awesome.
There it is.
Oh wow. Wow, Graham.
So here's the final result. We got it right here. We got a satin black wrap all the way around. We got black diamond 20-inch rims on this that look absolutely incredible. Then we did the acid green emblems acid green calipers, and then everything else, all the trim, as you can see here, is gloss black. The car looks absolutely phenomenal. We also got, I think this is 20% tint on the windows, did 15% tint on the back, so it blends in a little bit better with the black roof. And other than that, this car is just absolutely incredible. Like, it looks so much different from when I brought it in. It's just the regular black. It really looks a lot sportier now.
Oh wow, with the green, you made a green.
Yeah, so this is acid green.
Oh man.
Is that cool?
It's like a high-end sports car now.
Wow, that's really cool.
Look at that paint job.
I love the
Oh, it's a wrap.
I know it's
Yeah.
oh, it's a wrap. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a paint job.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, check out the rims though. This is what I just got on today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that cool?
holy crap! You know what
Yeah,
it is,
yeah,
Joe?
right.
It's like you have to get used to, like when you put the autopilot on and it drives itself. It's a whole mind thing. I mean, it's crazy. You immediately want to touch the wheel, but Graham, this doesn't look like the same car.
No.
I mean, it just accents the incredible design by Tesla. You've actually plussed the car.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, just to make it even look even better. So, oh wow,
Yeah.
Graham, that's really nice. Wow.
Yeah, the rims really make a huge difference.
Yeah, the rims.
Yeah.
And just the little touches of the, like this neon green.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Wow.
Do this with a Tesla.
This is my favorite Tesla we've ever done. We've done a lot of Teslas.
Really?
The acid green accents.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't have put it on my own car if I didn't love it so much.
Wow, you guys made some really good creative choices here. Especially now we just drove by, I said, I might have to get gas, and it's at 409, but my son doesn't have to pay for gas anymore.
Right.
It's like, or oil.
Exactly.
And he's gone green,
Exactly.
and he just has to charge it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gone extra green with these.
Extra
Yeah, exactly.
green. But I mean, this doesn't look like a Tesla. It looks like a, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, it looks
changed the
so
whole-
much better.
The whole,
Yeah, it
no,
really
it's-
does.
Yeah, and it's made it much better.
Yeah.
And
You have to give a shout out, Dad, to Black Diamond for
Okay.
hooking it up. So say shout out to Black Diamond for the rims. They did the
yeah.
rims.
Oh wow, Black Diamond rims.
Black Diamond.
Black Diamond
do you
rims
approve?
rock. I mean, seriously, they rock. I mean, they are. Yeah, when I get my Tesla, I'm coming here and getting Black Diamond rims.
Perfect.
Okay,
that's it.
Seriously, I'm not kidding you. I
Here's
mean,
your money. Here's your money.
No. Here, come on. No, I'm not kidding you, because they fit the design of the car.
Yeah, that's
I think
very
Tesla
cool.
has
That's
basically tried to put out an everyman car and keep it pretty generic, and then you come along and you know, people will then go, well, what can I do? How can I make it personal? Graham has obviously come and worked with you guys, and obviously your creativity and what can we do, and then your choices. It's just it's this looks like a $200,000 car.
What's up, you guys? So I'm here at the Rap District LA with one of its founders, Blaque. And Blaque and I, we've gone back for like, I think almost like 9 years.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
been a while.
Or maybe it's like 10 years. And I think it's incredible that you've come from high school doing like plasti-dip paint jobs in the
where it all
parking lot
started.
to this. So over the last 10 years, whose car have you wrapped? Like can you name drop here?
Yeah, I mean, we don't like to rap and tell, but
Okay.
we've done some cool raps in the past. We did like we did car in that velvet.
Okay,
I've done you know, in that blue chrome.
I remember that.
We've done we've done a lot of celebrities. We've done G-Wagon here at our new shop, and you know, shout out to all those you know, people that let me work with them and collaborate with them in order to get those projects done. And
Yeah. Too, was it?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good friend. He's a good friend of
That's
us.
so cool. Yeah, so how did you get started doing all of this?
So, like you said, you know, I was privileged enough to go to Beverly Hills High School, and you know, a lot of the cars in the parking lot, it's like a car show. You walk through the parking lot over there.
It's all 3 Series,
Yeah,
M3, AMG, C63.
Exactly.
It's like a lot of those.
Got
Range Rovers.
a lot of Range
Oh
Rovers.
my God.
Yeah.
So many Range Rovers.
So back in those days, I was driving around a '89 Bronco, which I'm super grateful for. I love that car. My grandpa gave it to me when he passed. It was awesome. but I wanted something fast.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get to that level. And the only way I could get there was by making money. And I saw an opportunity by looking at all these cool cars. I love cars. I love working with them. So I started just in the upper lot of our high school, spray painting and plastic dipping wheels and emblems, and doing the Blaque out package. And we were, you know, I was doing that for about 2 years, my junior and senior year of high school.
So how much did you charge for a plastic dip job? How much would you make on that? How long would it take you?
So back then I was not charging enough. I started off at around $200 to fully black out your car, which is insane.
It's a blackout. We're talking about doing like the emblems, the rims,
the window trim, all that stuff. And I was doing it with plastic dip, but
how long would that take you?
That would take me at least a full day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, full day's worth of work for $200.
Wow. Plus cost of the
cost of the material.
Products, yeah.
But then I upped my prices, and then started using different materials. I ended up with using vinyl wrap, how we use now.
Yeah.
We don't do much plastic dip anymore.
Why?
It's a good product for do-it-yourselfers, and it's a good product if you want a quick and easy, cheap job. But we've now moved on to another class of cars and another class of customers expecting better work. So we moved over to vinyl. We have a body shop next door that one of our partners owns, and we do a lot of paint work as well.
Let's back up for a bit, because you went from doing plastic dip in the parking lot, and then you decided not to go to college then, right? Because you decided plastic dip was so profitable that you're like, fuck college, we're not going to go there. We're going to plastic dip instead.
I was at a crossroads when I graduated. My dad, he said he was going to pay for my first year of college. He said, or I can give you half that money to start your business.
Okay.
And I
chose. Did you pick which college you wanted him to pay for and pick
I only got into one school. So.
What was that?
That school was KU, Kansas.
What? That's so random.
So my girlfriend was going there, and I was gonna go there, but I went there to visit, and it did not look fun.
Okay. Yeah.
So I chose the latter route, and I took the investment from him. It was about $10,000.
Okay.
And with that money, we paid the rent on our first shop.
Okay.
And that only lasted us about a month. that $10,000, but we had a good customer base already, and I had one partner with me, and he was doing a good job at getting the business, and then I was doing all the labor. So it was a very good partnership between us, because he was the time that I spent working on the cars, I couldn't spend getting the customers, and he was really good at that.
Okay.
So we gained a big customer base there, and then he decided that cars weren't his thing. So he moved into a different field while I stayed in the car industry, and then I started my own shop, which was on Sunset Boulevard, and we called that The Coat. We were still doing a little bit of the plastic dip and other coatings, but we had moved on to vinyl by then.
Okay.
And right after that shop, I was actually approached by somebody from West Coast Customs.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, and
how did that happen?
So it's actually a funny story. I was just getting sober. I was in a dark place running my business. I was just not doing too well. I was not doing hot, and I had just gotten sober, and I had met this girl who was a performer, and she was really just her whole spirit and everything that like her whole vibe that she gave off to me was so awesome. So we started hanging out a lot. Her publicist was also the publicist for West Coast Customs. So she had approached me saying they are looking for a rapper. So
I thought for a second you were talking about a stripper.
No, she was.
Because anytime I hear entertainer for some reason, and I'm like just like you're talking the entire time in my mind, I'm like, is she a stripper? And then
shout out Chloe, you're definitely not a stripper. You sing so well. I'm sorry, I should have said singer.
And then when I'm thinking publicist, I'm like, they don't have publicist, lawyer.
Good ones do. Good ones do.
Good ones do. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, okay, so that all happened. But so wait, so then how did that lead to the connection?
So the publicist was the publicist for West Coast Customs, and she had let me know that there was a rap position available at West Coast Customs, and I was kind of thinking, I was at another crossroads in my life where I could say I could keep running my own business, which wasn't going very well because of personal issues, or I could kind of get a little bit more structure, see how other shops are doing it, and go over to West Coast Customs and see how one of the most world famous shops does their thing.
So what is the test like to because it's obviously not like an interview. Do they give you a car and they're like, go wrap it?
So the first car I wrapped at West Coast Customs was actually with my friend Daniel. He's right over there wrapping a Corvette.
In chrome.
But we were, the first car that me and Daniel were given was a Bentley, brand new, straight off the showroom.
And that's your test?
GT.
You just like wrap this car?
Exactly. They hadn't really seen any of our wraps. We didn't bring any car with us. They were just kind of like, wrap this Bentley. We'll pay you for it, obviously, but we want to see what you're made of.
Wow.
So we actually...
no instruction. I mean, you know what to do, obviously.
No, they told us what color. They told us how they wanted it, and we came very early in the morning, and we didn't leave until it was finished that day. And
you wrapped the entire car in a day.
Yep.
Wow.
We just really wanted to showcase how efficiently we can work. We probably took 10 minutes for lunch. But yeah, we did a good job, and obviously Ryan, the owner of West Coast Customs, was impressed, and you know, we stayed there for about 9 months until I got another opportunity to open another shop.
I don't know if this is too personal, but if I were watching this, I'm like, do they pay really well at West Coast Customs because of their clientele? I mean, you don't have to say how much you make, but like on a scale of 1 to 10.
That's a touchy subject. A touchy subject over there.
Or you could say no comment.
Yeah, no comment. No comment on that.
Okay. So anyway, how did this opportunity come up to do this?
So after West Coast Customs, I worked at a marketing firm for a while because I wanted to work on cars as a side hobby, and then kind of focus on a career that I thought, or a career path that I thought that I would want to be on. So I worked my way up for a couple of years to a creative director position at an ad agency, and it wasn't for me.
Okay.
I was at work all day, and all I could think about was the car that I had to wrap after work, and I can't wait to be there wrapping that car. And then the opportunity came about here with the shop next door is one of my buddies, and he's like, Blake, they just finished building this. I think it's a perfect shop for wrapping. I'll go in partnership with you if we can get this thing moving. Yeah. And then we brought on 2 other partners that are very talented rappers, and then we just went at it. And since the doors have opened, we've had a packed shop, and I'm so blessed that I can't ask for anything more. And this is what I've imagined. 10 years ago, I was like, one day I'll have this nice big shop, I'll have this kind of car, this kind of clientele,
this kind of car right here,
this
type of clientele right here.
And finally it's all coming together, and I can't be happier with my partners, with the space, with the customers.
Obviously. Now, is running a business like this what you thought it would be?
Well,
it's a lot of stress that goes into running your own place, because it's all the obligations on you.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, the customer is definitely the first priority. Keeping them happy, no matter if it's hand delivering their car. We offer a white glove service here. We want the customer to say, I want to bring my car there because I know I'll be taken care of. And that's kind of like our whole mantra and how we want to go about. And it's definitely hard to keep or hard to maintain that. But it is so worth it when we get those comments from customers like, I would never bring my car anywhere else, or we love the work and how you treated us, and so it's all worth it.
What's the most difficult part about dealing with customers?
Time.
Okay.
It's not enough time in a week, in a day. Time is money, and just getting everything, trying to please everybody is difficult, and time is always on their mind. It's always on our mind. So that's why we always, come early in the morning, stay late at night, and it's how you become successful.
Right. What are some of the biggest mistakes you made along the way?
Probably in my last shops were something that a lot of people make the mistake is, and there's going to be different opinions about this, but it's getting a huge sum of money or a loan from a bank, from personal loan, whatever, and dumping it right away into the business. not the smartest idea, where if you just work hard and you just keep everything moving efficiently, and you don't take that initial hit, then you'll see at the end you'll become more profitable. Like we have a lot of ideas for this shop, but we didn't want to take any loan out or anything to pay for those ideas. We wanted to kind of do good with what we've got, and then take that money that we've worked so hard for, and then do it ourselves. And it doesn't have this cloud hanging over your head. And I've made that mistake in the past with other shops.
What advice would you have for any other people who want to start their own businesses, whatever it might be? It doesn't have to be wrapping cars, because I highly doubt people watching this are like, "Ooh, I'm gonna open up across the street." But like, what advice would you have for those people? Maybe they don't anticipate something, or something a lot of people overlook.
The best advice that I could give is sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice things in your life in order to become successful. And whether it's going out drinking with your buddies, as small as a thing like that, or it's even losing your girlfriend. No, I don't want to say that. That did happen to me.
Wait, what?
Losing your girlfriend because you work too much.
I thought you said your colon, and I was like, what?
No,
what?
no, you don't want to get colitis from working too hard, trust me.
Losing your colon. I'm like,
no, I would say
I'll pass on that. Yeah.
The sacrifices that you have to make, you just have to put all your attention, everything in you to the shop, to the business, and just the more you put in, the more that's going to come out. And it's just as simple as that. And do your best. Like, try not to cut corners, unless you're wrapping cars. Obviously, you kind of have to cut corners. But just make sure you're really focused and your end goal, and kind of draw out your plan to that end goal and stick to it. If something happens, along the way, make a path around it, but you got to push through. We've done a lot of Teslas here, and this is definitely my favorite Tesla we've ever done.
Oh, 100%.
The black diamond wheels are just perfectly offsetting. The gloss black offsets the satin black. The acid green calipers, it just gives it that kind of green touch that Tesla has.
And I've never had a wrapped car before, so this is my first one, and I have to say, like, it looks, I just want to drive it everywhere. This is the car that you park and then you constantly look back at it. So like, you'll be like 30 feet away and you'll look back and you're like, damn, what is that? Like, this looks so cool.
So that's the goal, right? You know, my goal for every car that I've ever owned is that the look back, the look back at it, and you're like, damn, that's really my car. Yeah. And I'm glad that you have that feeling now.
Oh my God, I do. Guys, if anyone is in Los Angeles who wants to get their car wrapped, none of this is like, you're not paying me to say anything. Like, all of this stuff is just like, it's A1. So if anyone is in Los Angeles, wants to get their car wrapped, I highly recommend. I'll put your information down below in the description.
Awesome.
And hopefully this gets millions and trillions of views.
Hopefully.
Cool. So thank you again for watching, and until next time.